Alright, John Oakes here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location, and today we're going to go over our latest installment for our inventory here, and this is this 1968 Ford Mustang GT style that we have sitting here beside me today. Now again, you can obviously see that this car is done in the yellow exterior and it has all of the black GT stripes. They continue from the front up over the hood, onto the roof, and then back on the rear trunk lid, just as the GTs would have been. And you can see all of your, styling cues on this that go along with the GT as well. You've got the GT lights up here in the grille. You've got the GT style fiberglass hood here with the louvers. You've got the full GT body kit on this, by the way, too. Now everything's been molded into the body on this. So you'll see, your front air dam, you see the wide body style wheel wells on it, all of your side skirts here, the side scoops as well. Again, all of this all molded into the body and looks good. Now again, on this car here, you can also obviously check out all of our gaps and our elevations on the car. Again, the door seems to fit really well in here. Nice tight gaps on it. Body lines all line up on the car too. We've got both driver's and passenger side mirror on this. So your chrome mirror is in really good shape. The glass is in great shape too. As we look at the glass on the side here, driver's side window here looks to be in really good shape. There's no cracks or chips in it. The wing window here and your quarter window all the same. Now again, you've got bright work on the car. You've got chrome bumpers. You also have your bright drip rail moldings here and all the bright trim that goes all around the windows. All of this seems to be in good condition too. As we run our finger through the drip rail or the rain gutter here too, I always do that just to make sure everything seems to be nice and smooth. Over here on the driver's side, it is. Now you can see from our side of the car here, the side profile, wheels and tires on this thing, really nice looking set of wheels. These are Cragar SS chrome wheels, 15.6 on the front, 15.8 on the back. And as far as tires go, BF Goodrich radial TAs, that's always a good choice with the muscle car guys. Up front we've got 205/60 15s, on the back 245/60 R15s. Now we'll open up our door, take a look inside here. Again, this car is pretty much a full custom. You can see it's got the bucket seats up front. They are a racing style seat. They've got the side bolsters in that'll hug you into the seat and keep you nice and firm in there. Front seat belts are there, and these front bucket seats are fully adjustable. You can adjust forward to back and you can recline them. You can see the factory dash here. You've got your factory instrumentation. It does have an aftermarket 8,000 RPM tachometer on the steering column. Of course, the black and chrome steering wheel, and then you can see it's got an aftermarket AM FM CD player. Painted dash to go along with the rest of the car, the theme of the car, yellow and black obviously. You saw the rear bench seat in it. It's upholstered to match the front seats as well. And you can see our door panels here too, black with the yellow inserts in there as well to go along with everything. So that's the interior of the car. B&M shifter in there also. So again, a good shifter. Door shuts nice and easy. Again, now we'll walk to the back. Again, you'll notice it's got the wide body kit here again, everything molded in, so you can see how the fender flares come out on it to cover up those tires. As we come around the back side here, we've got a full fiberglass trunk lid here. You can see your gaps and elevations on the trunk lid. It fits pretty well here. Again, you got the rear spoiler molded right in. The black GT stripes here also. Got the GT gas cap, the GT tail lights as well. Nice chrome rear bumper. And then down below, your lower valance, you've got your backup lights. And then you can see your exhaust comes out right where that's cut out for the exhaust. Now again, your tail light lenses, those are in great shape. The bezels around them, the bright work, that's in great shape too. Rear glass, again in good condition. No chips or cracks in that. And your bright work, all the molding around that looks to be in good condition as well. Now we will go ahead and open our trunk lid up. Take a peek inside. Okay, so again, fiberglass trunk lid. The spring, you'll want to have like a prop rod or something for this. a lot of guys, when they do these fiberglass trunk lids, sometimes the springs are too heavy. If you go to pull down on them, it'll actually cause damage to the trunk lid. So sometimes guys will disconnect those. In this case, that's what they did, just to be on the safe side. You can see your trunk inside here. The trunk mat itself is in nice condition. The underside of your trunk lid here painted the same color as the exterior of the car. Black hinges and such there too. Weather stripping and seals, as you can see, all in really nice shape here. There's no cracks, no dry rotted spots here. These actually seem to be fairly new for your seals and weather strip, and you can see they have them joined together right here in the center. So again, sealing up should not be an issue with this. Should be real good as far as a weather car here. So we'll close this up. That closes well. Again, sometimes with those fiberglass trunk lids, just a little bit there gets you down where you need to be. So now we're on the passenger side of the vehicle. As we come around, just all the same stuff as what we went over on the driver's side. Again, we'll look at our grip rail moldings. Those are in great shape. We'll feel through that rain gutter, and it's nice and smooth too. The glass, again, no chips or cracks on this passenger side. We'll open this up too. Take a look in from this side. Again, you're just going to note that your interior, the upholstery is in good condition, no rips or tears. The carpeting looks to be in good condition, and that's pretty much it. We've been over everything else when we were over on the other side of the car. So we'll close this. Again, shuts nice. You can see your gaps here. Again, pretty nice gaps here. Your all of your body lines all line up too. You can see that mirror on this side. As we come forward now, again, like I said, we've already mentioned all the wheels and tires and everything like that. Now, as we get to the front of the car, again, you'll check out the chrome bumper. It's really nice chrome here. Again, we've got the GT style lights up here in your front grille. This is a fiberglass GT style hood with the louvers cut in. It does have the hood pins on here also. Now, we'll go ahead and take our pins out, and we will open up our hood, and then we'll take a look at what we have underneath this hood here. So let me locate. There we go. Now again, this does have the lighter weight springs on the hood hinges so that you don't have any bowing of the hood whenever you're raising or lowering it, or even when it's shut. It doesn't cause any undue pressure here. So that's been done ahead of time. It's got the chrome strut brace in here as well. And now to talk about the engine. Now this is a date correct 302 motor. According to the tag in it, it would have been a 289 car, but this has a date correct 302. You can see the chrome air cleaner there, the Edelbrock finned aluminum valve covers with breathers. Right underneath there, you've got an aluminum intake, and then underneath that carburetor, I believe that is a 4-barrel Slayer, Quickfuel Slayer carburetor that you have underneath there. So real good carburetor for the car. As far as your ignition system, it's got the stock style distributor and coil in it, but what it does have is it's got upgraded plug wires. These are Taylor 8mm, looks like Spyro Pro 8mm plug wire, so that's going to help deliver that spark to that motor a little better. As far as the exhaust work, this has a set of shorty style headers dumping into dual 2.5-inch exhaust. They go all the way back, complete with crossover pipe and Flowmaster mufflers with tailpipes, as we saw, that exit out right underneath that rear lower valance. It is a power steering car. It is power brakes as well. Now it's 4-wheel drum brake, but it still stops very well for the car. You can see a nice aluminum radiator here to help cool this motor down. Nice chrome shroud and a 4-blade steel fan to keep that air moving through the radiator nicely. That's pretty much it for the engine. Now behind this motor we've got the C4 automatic transmission, and then for rear end it's an 8-inch Ford rear end. It does have a POSI unit installed in it. 373 gear is what's in the rear. So that is a rundown of the car from outside to inside to under the hood to the complete driveline. So what we'll do next is we'll get this on our lift, as we always do, and we'll go through the complete underside with you, and then finally we'll fire up that 302 motor, let you hear what it sounds like. All right, so here we are. We're underneath our 1968 Ford Mustang, and this is, you know, again, a bit of a custom there, having the wide body look and so forth with it. But we're going to go through the whole underside as we normally do, talking about all of the suspension, steering, braking, driveline, frame, floors, wheels, and tires. So starting up here at the front, this is going to be just your typical front suspension for your Mustang. So you've got your factory upper and lower control arms on this car. Now it is a strut rod style suspension, as with all most Mustangs are anyways. So you got your strut rods here coming up to the front. Those strut rod bushings, those are in great shape. They're not split, they're not tightened down too much. They look in good shape. All of our ball joints on our control arms are in good condition. They've been greased and maintained too, and you can tell all of that. As far as your steering, it is power steering. Now again, this is just your stock, you know, Mustang power steering, Ford power steering. Everything looks good here as far as the connections. Everything looks dry. As far as your tie rods, the ball joints, those are all in good shape. All the little rubber dust boot covers, those are all intact with it, so it's going to keep that grease in and dirt and debris out. And as far as braking, it's power brakes also, but it's power four-wheel drum brakes. So again, all four corners, drum brakes, although it does stop very well for a drum brake car. Now as far as drive line on this car, we'll go over that real quick. We've got a 302 small block Ford motor here to start with. Behind that, we've got the C4 automatic transmission, and that transmission has the flywheel cover on it. If I look at the pan on the motor as well as the transmission pan, that all looks dry. I do not see any drips, any leaks whatsoever back here. Of course, we have our transmission cross brace here. The mount itself is in good shape. And then the seal at the back of the transmission where your sliplet yoke goes into, that is nice and dry as well. Of course, we have our drive shaft that's balanced, so that'll help eliminate a lot of your vibrations in the drive line. And then we've got the Ford 8-inch rear end. Now this rear end inside, it is a POSI unit, and it's a 373 gear that's in here. So again, it's a good gear for highway use and performance too, if you needed that. It's just not going to rev you too high though, but it's kind of the best of both worlds there. Now as far as your frame and floors, obviously we can see your frame rail sections here, and those are all in good shape, nice and straight and square the whole way back through. You can see our floors. Floors are in really good shape on this car. As you can see, all of your stamping lines are all in the floors. All of your drain plugs, the little rubber plugs, those are all in where they should be. Now, the transmission tunnel, they probably did change out the transmission at one time because the tunnel has been cut, but it's been replaced back in correctly, seam sealed. So again, you're not going to have any kind of issues underneath here with this car. Then of course the trunk area, what we always tell you on these Mustangs is your fuel tank actually mounts down in from the top side of the trunk, and that's what makes up a majority of your trunk floor. So as long as your your fuel tank here is all in good shape, you know that the floor is going to be in pretty good shape for your trunk, and this one is. I mean, it's in good shape, no dents or dings in that. Of course, it's just painted black to blend in with the rest of the frame back here. Now as far as your pinch welds here, the whole way down the sides on both sides, nice and straight down both sides, so no problems there. Rockers look to be in good condition too on it. You can see emergency brake cables are all hooked up here, so everything from your front cable to all the correct frame hooks and cables, intermediates, and then your very back cables that go to your drums, those are all present and functioning. As far as wheels and tires then, this has chrome Cragar SS wheels on it, 15.6s on the front, 15.8s on the back. And for tires, we've got BF Goodrich radial TAs on this car, and these are 205/60 15s on the front, and on the back 245/60 R15s back there. The only other thing to mention now is our exhaust work. So we have a set of shorty style headers on this car. Of course, they come down into dual 2.5-inch exhaust. You've got the crossover tube right here, And then these are dual Flowmaster mufflers, so it'll give it a nice throaty sound, a good sounding exhaust tone. And then of course we've got the correct style tailpipes that go up over top of your rear end housing here, and then they exit out just right underneath here through the cutouts here in your rear lower valance with a nice set of chrome exhaust tips there, slash cut exhaust tips. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, stock suspension. You got the front sway bar, that's going to help in cornering. You do have the multi-leafer suspension on the back with the traction bars, and that's going to help eliminate any wheel hop if you get on the gas really hard or anything like that. So good overall vehicle. We're going to go ahead and get this thing down off the lift next, and we'll open the hood up and we'll get that motor fired up for you so you get to hear what it sounds like.